going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. This is Star, and in this video we're gonna bring you guys the Marksmanship Hunter rotation guide. Okay, since 8.1 is about to drop in a couple weeks, I'm gonna do the live version and 8.1's rotation. There's some subtle differences, different openers, and things that we need to keep in mind, especially when it comes to that new surging shot trait. But before we get into that, I want to thank you guys for being such a great support team. The likes, the subs, the comments, the feedback, all those things are incredible. The hype is real. All for Marksmanship Hunters. I was not expecting that. But I'm super excited, and I love bringing content for you guys. So stay tuned. Definitely going to be putting out more stuff for you guys. But with that out the way, let's get into the rotations. First, we're going to talk about the live, and then 8.1. All right? Let's do this. Right there is the Marksmanship Hunter's opening rotation using True Shot. Basically, the mentality is you want your aim shot to get that careful aim proc. You want that 50% initial damage since you haven't hit the target yet. You can also pre-pop. You can also use your trinkets, your ratios, anything like that. You can use it at the very beginning, or you can use it after True Shot. Best time is right in the beginning to get that huge crit from aim shot. Once that is done, one thing I want to emphasize is do not pair your ratios, your pots, your trinkets, anything of the like with your True Shot CD. You don't want to macro that together. You don't want to use it at the same time, because you're going to use a global cooldown on True Shot instead of an ability. Okay, so one global cooldown can be used to put out damage instead of waiting for True Shot to finish its global cooldown. Alright, now that we've seen the opening rotation for Marksmanship Hunters, we gotta keep in mind a few things. First and foremost, is your target at 80% health or under 20% health? If it is, then you gotta keep in mind your True Shot cooldown, your True Shot charges, their timing, when it's coming, when you don't have any. Do you have enough time to build up your steady aim trait stacks, if you have steady aim, to cast an aim shot right before going under 80%? The only time I treat rapid fire as a damaging ability is when there is more than 2 targets. After that, because I personally use steady aim, is basically when I have no aim shot charges. I'm building up my steady aim traits.
and lethal shot procs. So if there's no charges for aim shot, I'm building up my stacks, and I get a lethal shot proc. That's when I use rapid fire, okay, in a single target rotation. Things to keep in mind: you don't want to go above 5 stacks of steady aim if you have it. You want to use your lock and load proc as fast as possible. But if you're at 3 stacks of steady aim and you got 1 proc, then finish it off. Get your 5. And then one cool trick is your steady aim goes slower or travels slower than your aim shot. So you can have 5 stacks of steady aim, use your steady shot, and as soon as that finish, use your aim shot proc, and aim shot will use the 5 stacks, but that last steady shot that you used gets applied. Okay, there's a lot of things you can improve on in your marksmanship rotation, but the best thing you want to learn is positioning. You have a lot of long casts. You do not want to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Learn your encounters and make sure you're in a position that you can unleash your damage without taking any damage, without dealing with mechanics. Okay, that will boost up your damage more than anything. So let's move on to 8.1 rotation. So we just seen the opening rotation for Marksmanship Hunters in 8.1. Key differences, because there are differences, if you haven't noticed it already. You use it right off the bat. You don't need to wait to get rid of your aim shot charges, because True Shot now does not give you an extra charge of aim shot. You see me not using the arcane shot procs after an aim shot, and you see more aim shots and more rapid fires during this window than we did in 8.1 or 8.0.1. Things to keep in mind: we lost the initial hit bonus damage for aim shot. Also, careful aim now works 100% of the time, but at half the rate or half the damage. So instead of getting that 100% bonus damage, now you get 50% damage at all times within the above 80% or below 20% health. So with that said, your rotation becomes, you want to, again, put as many aim shots as possible during this window. Now, when it comes to arcane shot, you will only want to use arcane shot during True Shot when both aim shot and rapid fire are still coming off their cooldowns. So you just have to practice. You don't have anything to press because your aim shot and your rapid fire are still on cooldown. You hit arcane shot, and luckily you only need to use like maybe 1 arcane shot or 2 arcane shot, depending on the timing on your aim shot, to keep the rotation flowing. So it feels much better than 8.0.1's True Shot window, and it gets you excited because you will do a lot of damage. Okay, just like before, you want to use it when the target is above 80%, below 20%, or at a time that the target takes increased damage. Definitely things that you want to keep in mind. So if you missed it, aim shot, rapid fire, aim shot, arcane shot, rapid fire, aim shot, rapid fire, and then you're able to do 1 more arcane or one more aim shot. It's up to you how you want to do it, what's going on. But it's a lot more straightforward, and I definitely prefer it over our old True Shot CD. Now, when it comes to the regular rotation, it's the same as before. You want to continue dropping those aim shots, making sure that your aim shots are empowered by your steady aim, or have your rapid fire empowered by your double tap, whatever it is that you're going. Make sure that you're using it with the most efficient and the most damaging possible ways that you can. You have plenty of time to do enough things before your aim shot goes to 2 charges. So use that time window to position yourself and get to a point where you're not gonna have to deal with mechanics, and you can pump out as much damage as you can. The one biggest rotation changer right now is definitely the new surging shot trait. Here's an example of how surging shot is going to work in 8.1. Did you hear that? Let me play it again. That sound right there is what's telling you that your rapid fire got reset. So surging shots, it gives your rapid fire an incremental damage increase. So each shot, your damage increases by a certain amount. Okay? But it also gives your aim shot a 15% chance to reset the cooldown of rapid fire. Very cool, very interesting, especially for those who like to use rapid fire as their main damaging ability. This is nuts. It's nuts. All right, you have a lot of options to stack damage traits and talents to increase the damage of rapid fire and just to play with it. It's pretty cool. I love where this is going, and I'm also enjoying that they're paying attention to aim shot as well. Like I said earlier, the true shot changes, surging shot coming into play, the aim shot buffs and the rapid fire trait buffs is gonna make us into a powerhouse. Our rotation is gonna be a lot smoother, so much cooler to play. It's not gonna feel as clunky. The most clunkiest thing I feel like the class has right now is double tap, and reason being is it's on the global cooldown, and it's really noticeable when you use that button because you're not dealing damage.
Very interesting to see once you put it in comparison how much these changes impact your rotation. But at the end of the day, it really makes the rotation smoother, faster, and less clunky, which is always a great thing. For those of you who are wondering about AoE, what's good with the AoE? It is basically the same rotation as your single target, with the differences that you're replacing arcane shot with multi-shot, and you're using multi-shot after every ability that you use. So instead of going aim shot in your true shot, what you're trying to do, or aim shot into a rapid fire, you don't do that. What you want to do is after every aim shot and after every rapid fire, you want to use a multi-shot to get your trick shot buff, and you're able to AoE. Now, I am very curious about what you guys think. Are these changes that you're looking forward to? Are you gonna miss certain things about the old true shot? Where are you at with these new changes, with how rotation is coming play, and that one trait, surging shots? Let me know in the comments. Now, before I end the video, I want to tell you guys that I have these footage of my rotations. Okay, I even have an AoE video that I recorded. if you guys are interested, let me know, and I'll post these. So whenever, and I'll put a link or something. I'm not sure yet how I'm planning this out, but I do have the footage. If enough people want me to put those clips of just me doing the rotation, no voiceover, no editing, it's just straight up the rotation, so you can come back and use as a reference, or to continue watching without any distractions like me talking. So this brings us to the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, maybe learned a few things. If you have any other tips that you want to put down in the comments, feel free. If you want to watch more of my upcoming videos, hit the subscribe button. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.